We're back. Second time today. It's fitting because we were doing a part 2 to last week's episode. All right, we get it. We get it. to all my freaks. You wanna, huh?
Oh, you got a little something now, huh?
You wanna, huh? You want, Except, I mean, the light doesn't help. That it just shines off my porcelain skin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It look like a ghost flexing.
Yeah, but what's the movie? He flexes and he goes like.
Hey man, Flex Cabana. What's the whose wrestling name was that?
That was The Rock.
There you go. I was like, yo,
to bring it full circle. That's how we ended the last episode. We're back. Like I said, part 2 to last week's 2000s episode. 2000s music. We did movies last week. Run that back if you haven't yet. Talked about some classics like Digimon the movie, Scooby-Doo, our favorites, like, you picked Lord of the Rings movie, of course. I picked, the Quentin Tarantino movie, of course, and we forgot a bunch of others, but we at least mentioned them in the honorable mention section. But we walked away. I already knew going in that 2000s music was better than 90s movie. And not 2000s movies were better than 90s movies. And I had convinced you halfway through that about the same thought. Mm-hmm. Now we're going into 2000s music. Are you convinced that this is better than 90s music? No? All right, let's see. It's the 135 mark. Let's see how quickly that changed with Big Show Banks.
It won't. Because you know why? The 90s, I continuously to run 90s music back. So I've been listening to Mick Edition's first album over and over and over. Perfect time for the intro.
You said
Mint Condition.
Mint Condition?
Yes, MINT.
What's that?
Are you serious? Fuck the intro. Are you serious?
Yeah, who the fuck is Mint Condition?
Wait, they got me so mad, my dude.
You just said fuck this show, fuck this shit. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. This is my last game. This was you. Because you're you used to have the wrist tape on the way. He was taking it off. That's you right now with the camera. You're gonna throw the laptop out the window. You're doing.
I'm done, young boy. This is young man's game. What?
I gotta cut that out immediately so we can.
I got you.
No, let me look up Mint Condition and see what the fuck you're talking about.
You send me swinging away for the day.
Yeah, nah. Doesn't ring a bell at all.
Oh my god. Yo, please. I need some old people. Where's Buffy doing?
Go over there then.
Look.
Go get.
I know.
Go get.
Go somebody my age. You feel me?
Go get. Go.
50. I need to be around some old people. That's what I'm saying. He don't know, bro. You got Apple Music. You listen to fucking Blink-182, which we'll talk about. That's a good band. You listen to them, but yet you won't listen. Hey, I need the kids to listen to more R&B, man. Please listen to more.
You're
R&B.
how can I reach these kids?
Dog, I'm done. Either I'm old and washed up, which I know to be true, or I need to record with people my age. What the hell is going on?
That's what's wrong with kids today. They're not listening to
the Mint Condition. We'll lose the recipes. What the hell's going on? Yeah.
So just because the 2000s didn't have Mint Condition, you're like, fuck it?
No, they did have some. They had a couple albums in 20.
But you know what I mean? But you would say they're not. The 90s was their peak. Was their time.
Well, that's because it was New Jack Swing, so it was that type of.
Oh
R&B.
my god! Here you fucking.
Yeah, exactly. So Boys II Men and all Boys II Men, they have no 2000 albums like that. They have one or two. That's it. So 2000s music is way. 90s music is way better for so many reasons because it was versatility. Like when we get to the 2000s, I mean, if y'all see the thumbnail right now, it ain't too much versatile with them two, but I still love them because that's my like teenage years.
Are you saying that they played the same hits?
But still, the Girlfriend remix is phenomenal because it's the Neptunes in their prime. We're gonna talk about that, or I can talk about it now. That's when they became my goats even back then. It's the Neptunes in their prime. It's NSYNC when boy bands were almost about to die out because of Eminem. But NSYNC had a good ass album being Celebrity, which was 2001. They had a song that played on BET as well. I could talk about that. Two songs that played on BET. This song, and then they had Gone, which was on Midnight Love. For anybody my age, you remember Midnight Love on BET. So we didn't have too much versatility.
Yeah,
we didn't have too much
variety. Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't have that much. It was kind of like, this is, you know what I mean, to get on Coca-Cola commercial. Like Britney Spears, this is her prominent time, despite the fact that she came out in 97, 98 with I Did It Again. This is her like decade until, you know what I mean, things start going bad for her mentally. Not bad, you know, I'm not clowning her, but this is her time before that. This is just in time because he dropped a masterpiece, Being Justified, which is one of my favorite albums ever. Fuck R&B, just one of my favorite albums ever. Probably top 5. And then he dropped an overrated piece of shit album called Future Sex Love Sound.
Here we go.
The album's fucking horrible. Stop it. Like Timberland tried his best, but that was horrible. What's up with it? What's up, Stan? Yeah, so it was like he had 2 albums. So this time it was like Nelly was kind of just doing Nelly shit, which is fine, but wasn't a lot of versatility like it was. And I keep spamming that word. That's my word today. But
because they found what worked and they kept it going. Because again, it was all about how long a career you could have. Because I think as people saw in the 80s and 90s, not that never happened in the 70s, but 80s and 90s, the one-hit wonder was a huge thing. Like you could have one hit like that. Oh my God, are they finding candles or whatever? But they had the you only get what you get. Like they had just that song and that was it. Like in the 90s, the one again, Chumbawamba with I Get Knocked Down. Like, you know, come like the 2000s, you like had to have a career. So like I'm gonna try to have the same sound or the same sound that someone else has, but like I already have a following because like again, I said the Neptunes produced a lot, Max Martin, Shellback, The Matrix, like they produce like Avril Lavigne songs and then produced like a song for Liz Phair that was like very Avril Lavigne-esque because she went after that. She's like, listen, to get my music recognized because it's so indie, I had to go after like the big time producers finally so I can get noticed, cash out a little bit, and then get back to my artsy fartsy stuff. Not in a negative way, but like, you know, you got to play the game to play the game at times. But I mean, you started off right. Which one was March Madness for white people?
I Get Knocked Down for
that
real.
one.
Bruh, that was all in the movies. It was
200 miles on the dash.
Dog, that shit was everywhere. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, right. No, it was. But y'all had a couple anthems around.
But hey, the 2000s gives you Get Out of My Room, Mom music. And you're not saying it's better than the 90s?
Because the 90s had more so, I can't say that word, but it was more so get me up out of here type music. Like Smashing Pumpkins, grunge rock. Grunge rock essentially is I don't want to be, it's the Logic song type music.
I don't want to be here is what you're saying?
I don't want to be, yeah, it's like that. So when we got to the 2000s to get I'm on Room, Mom, it's more hardcore. Do you like hardcore? Shouts out to ECW before they died around this time. Yeah, we might have to talk.
Well, that's the thing. You know, again, it fuels the hype packages for numerous WWF videos. Again, like, isn't it SummerSlam 2001? It's like, let the bodies hit the floor. Like, and then like we get, you know, again, how many Saliva songs and how many WWE pay-per-views. I'm not saying that's negative thing. That's positive.
No, it's horrible. That's all like Saliva. Out of Stain and all those people they used to Godsmack, all them that used to be on there. I can't stand Saliva.
Wow, you're just being blasphemous because they are.
Wait, no, they made Rockstar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No. Superstar.
Yeah, no, I like that song because it was on Legends.
Nickelback is Rockstar.
Yeah, no, I don't like Nickelback. Saliva, I did like.
Make me a superstar.
I got that on the playlist, and that was in fucking Legends of Wrestling 2. For anybody that played that, I hope you didn't. I had it.
I mean, come on, they were the soundtrack for WrestleMania 23 and a fucking PlayStation 3 commercial with Ladies and Gentlemen. Like, they owned the 2000s. Like,
now it's not the thing. Why can't you follow? Let me see. WrestleMania 23, right?
that's what. No, WrestleMania 23 is Ladies and Gentlemen. Bow, do you want it? Bow, do you need it? You don't remember that?
In 07? That's crazy to still have that music in 07.
No, that was right before the fall off, because I think in 2008 it might have been No Way Out before it became the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. They had Hunt You Down, and that was one of their last ones. But Saliva had hits. We're not again Saliva, greatest WWE band of all time. Sure, we can keep playing. You think you're special, but come on, and Crack Addict and all those other. But like Saliva, greater than Limp Bizkit. I'm saying it.
As far as career, facts. I love Mountain Dew.
It's Mountain Dew, Jinko jeans, and wallet
DC
chains, wallet chains, leather wrist cuffs. Like,
no, I'm not gonna go that far because Limp Bizkit's second album was phenomenal.
But no, I mean, give the people an insight. Like again, like what was a dominant genre in your opinion? Because again, you're saying like hardcore. We kind of went over some pop again with the Neptune's influence, but that kind of bridged R&B, rap again, and pop because they were dabbling in it all. And I mean, obviously there were still some standouts in their own. But what do you think kind of was the dominant genre of the 2000s?
Without question, rap. This is when rap became the most dominant music on the planet at that point. People could say when Migos took over, which they have, there's some leniency to that, but when Eminem said, "Oh shit, it's white people that's not doing a gimmick," and this is probably what this motherfucker just crazy. When he came out, what I mean, even though he came out in 99, the Slim Shady LP was 99. The Marshall Mathers LP, I believe, was 01. Then 8 Mile came out, and Lose Yourself is still being played to this fucking day.
Yeah, he performed it at the Super Bowl. Like,
that's the only time I've enjoyed it in the past 20 years. Oh. I hate that fucking song. First of all, hey, ESPN, you goddamn cowards. I hate that y'all took down that tweet about Joe Burrow and that song. I screenshot it. If y'all want it, hit up at the BVD pod on Twitter. I'll post it. But they took it down within 5 minutes for some reason. But they said when Joe Burrow here Lose Yourself, he like started going Super Saiyan. But I got the joke.
And he goes, ah!
Like, I get the joke because that song,
spaghetti.
To this day, people clown that song. But that shit, if you play that right now,
Oscar-winning song,
bro. If you play that song right now, white people will lose their shit if you play that right now.
Or women who like Eminem music.
Who? Do I know any?
So you said a rap. I mean, give us some of your favorites. Obviously, 50 Cent comes on the scene, and I know you're a big G Unit fan overall, right? Your go.
Get your ass in the car.
G Unit. Pop top
from the streets. Come on, get in the car.
50 Cent. I'm from the streets. G Unit.
Come on, get in the car.
So what about G Unit? Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. I ain't trying to cut you off, but you gonna.
No, I'm just trying to get you started. Again. This is your me feeding you the ball. Last week was kind of you feeding me the ball. Now the roles are flipped again. Like this is the game you take over, and I'm feeding to you.
Yeah, because that's how I know I'm an old bastard. This was 20 years. So 2001, I was in the 6th grade. Yeah. So 03 is when everybody was on their shit. This is like Wayne emergence of him being solo because he had. I think it was 400 Degrees. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And the song on there was Way of Life. I was in high school. You had that. Chingy was 03, 04 right there. We talked about that.
Right there.
Go back.
But down your her.
Her. I like it when you do it right there. So we had that. The Nelly, legit. Yeah, like Stan saying, everybody had like a faction. It was like the decade of factions. Like you had all these people
Oh, so it was
dominant.
AEW.
Yeah, there you go. Rap was AEW at the time because it wasn't new, but it was becoming what the 90s was trying to make it to be. Thank you, Stan 500. So I said 405. So it was all these factions and everybody moving units. You feel me? It's the reason why Jay-Z said on Excuse Me Miss, only people moving units is Am, Pimp, Juice, and us being Rockefeller. But around that same time, no, I wouldn't say Terror Squad. That was like 04-ish. In fact, Joe was still putting out stuff, but it wasn't prominent as it is now. So with everybody else, Youngblood, see, it's just like we have variety. This is when the emergence of the South was like, this is when the South was like, oh, the South is like rap. And it's been since 1999. Because even though Missouri technically isn't
Missouri,
St. Louis, I don't know, whatever fucking Nelly, the St. Lunatics, and Randy Orton from. All right, that's not the South, but it's South-esque.
it's the fucking South. Come on.
Thank you. No, I say it all the time. Anywhere that's not California or New York is the South to me. I ain't gonna hold you. So
that is true in a way, though. That is true.
So with rap around this time, the South was taking over, but then you'll have once again, you'll have the genius, like Stan pointed out. You'll have the Rockefellers. But then the person that stood on their own was low-key Eminem. And then from Eminem, you got G-Unit, more so 50 Cent. And when he came, that was it. Even Jay-Z had to say, y'all better get busy. He's telling everybody, Rockefeller, you better get busy because this dude, 50 Cent, when he show up, they treated him like Thanos. They still treat him like Thanos. But in that time, because everybody knew he had a buzz going on and he was flooding the streets. When he came, it was basically him, Eminem, and Nelly, and Jay-Z around that 2000s mark. And then
is that because they're able to dominate at the time? Was what TRL was still a thing, right? They're able to dominate the MTV cycle of videos 24/7, and you actually have to sell records, and they sold records. The fact
you
that
had to go touch
song,
the people,
but that just that bad again. This like not that gangster rap had died out, but this is almost commercial rap as like becoming a thing. Like this is rap that can sell video games, trailers that you can play to Sports Center packages and all that. This is that era why I think it's better because again, much like 2000s movies, this is in itself it's form of commercialism. Again, like I said it last week, whenever I think of Daredevil, I think of the Evanescence song, but whenever I think of that Evanescence song, I think of Daredevil. Like you attach your music to branding in a way. Again, like Eminem had a whole movie about his life, and that's how Lose Yourself was created in a way. Like that wasn't attached to an album, except it was the 8 Mile soundtrack as the album. And same thing, and like again, Saliva was in all the hardcore bands or new metal, like being attached to wrestling and whatever movie at the time. Again, like Nickelback had Hero to fucking Spider-Man. Music at the time was being used in a collaboration with fucking Pepsi. Again, this Pepsi halftime show that NSYNC, Nelly, all the MTV acts at that time joined up for that 1 year. It's form of like, I guess again, the form of consumerism is what Fight Club talked about and what's killing America. But like that's again because we are buying everything and anything because it's attached. Again, the fucking 50 Cent sold vitamin water for a few years. Like fucking vitamin water tasted like shit.
Facts.
But he could fucking sell it because he do the dun 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 with like the violins and the fucking cellos of the orchestra playing like.
And it wasn't just a commercial; it was just him.
Yeah,
he started the Rockefellers and stuff like that. More so the Rockefellers, they had, they name and attached to brands, but it was stuff they own. With 50, he started what's going on now with the artist being a personality more so than the music, and then that's how you get over But the thing is with him, the music was actually pretty good. But now it's just more so you a personality. And the music isn't good.
Because everyone's trying to get on that fast track. Like, and we talked about it with Rihanna a little bit, where like people want new music, but like again, she has a whole catalog of hits. She's focused on the business side after she's again put in the years of making good music to then capitalize on that to cash out more or less. Again, that's what the game became. And someone who we're kind of forgetting, someone like you, I think would say the better part of his career during this decade is Kanye West. emerges on the scene as a producer at first, but then college dropout, late registration, graduation, and then 808 and Heartbreaks. I think someone like you is more fond of those, well, 3 of the 4 records during this time than what we would get in the 2010s.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
along with the production work he was doing prior to him having a career as an artist.
Yeah, but you had to be a nerd. Like me, I used to open up the booklets and look and see who the production credits. So I used to be like Kanye West, like when you get Blueprint 1. So, and I was still learning about beat making and all that stuff. But with him, so we had the college dropout in 04. It was like, oh shit, something going on. But then when graduation came out, it was kind of over at that point because rap was kind of like at a dead zone around 07, 08, 09 until we get to like 2010s when he just like, no, I'm for sure here. And then that's how we got backpack rap back to where we are now. But around that time, it was perfect timing because party like a rock star, all this lean with it, rock with it, all the gimmick rap shit, ringtone rap.
Yeah, crank that.
Yeah, the ringtone rap was around this time. So it was like we needed something because Wayne was going crazy. But Wayne was
I was about to say we have the Carter 3, which was like I heard constantly when I was in the 6th grade. Like
I think it went 10 times platinum recently.
A girl who was my neighbor, like her mom would play that in the car driving us to school. So again, I'd hear like Lollipop and A Millie and like all these songs. Again, I'm like 12 years old. I'm like, I barely kind of know who Lil Wayne is. Like my mom didn't play as much modern rap as she did. Again, the West Coast rap that I grew up on that we had talked about previously. Again, same thing. I would only really see Kanye West like when he would perform at the Grammys or on a fucking talk show.
Mm-hmm. So
and that was that era again. Like you said, the rap stars had become the pop stars. They replaced bands because this might kind of be the last decade of bands as a thing in terms of like because everyone wants to branch off on their own, and it's much more easier for you to be successful as an individual with a backing band behind you that's replaceable.
And then Jeezy as well. Shouts out to Stan. Stan, as he said, these are the people even I was listening to being in from LA because around that time there was the emergence of either you had an iPod shuffle, an iPod, or like me, I had a Zoom. So you got a Zoom. Yeah. I went the other way. I got a Zoom. But these artists
you counterculture, you like, no, I ain't gonna
I didn't know, bro. I thought Zoom was gonna be around longer than them iPod. I was wrong. And then look, he talked about your OG. So I recently went back to listen to Comeback Season, right? So Comeback Season came out in 06, but I didn't know who Drake was until 07. So 07, I started listening to Drake, and I was like, oh, this dude is pretty good. I didn't know fucking 15 years later he was going to be one of the greatest of all time. But it was around that time where it was like 4 years removed from Lil Brother dropping their first album. So it was kind of like Lil Brother and Kanye were bringing back this backpack rap thing where you could be yourself. So that's how Drake was able to capitalize in the later 2010s with Kanye. And then it opened up a gateway for J. Cole and Kendrick, who actually Kendrick was rapping in 03. People just don't know that. For real, he got a song that happened in 03.
I can send you a genius. Wow.
Yeah, I can send it to you. It's like it's the first time I heard Drake. The Missing You remix. Is that the K song? Yeah, this is when I first heard of him. Like Replacement Girl with him and redacted songs. I was like, because MySpace, this before your time. You don't know about MySpace.
I know kids would have MySpace, but I didn't have internet access at my mom's. And when I was at my dad's, I was just mainly concerned with watching like wrestling highlights. So
yeah, and we had MySpace, and that's how we was able to put the songs. So like when Instagram putting you what used to be a picture, what TikTok is doing. So what TikTok is doing with the music, we was promoting music that way, but we didn't know we was promoting it. We just like, oh, this is my favorite song.
Yeah.
Copy and paste the code onto your MySpace and play the music. So we was doing hey, MySpace is the first TikTok. I'm gonna say that. So we was able to do it that way. But Replacement Girl, I think I heard it because of MySpace. I was like, who the fuck is it, Drake? And they was like, the dude off Degrassi. And I was like, what's Degrassi? And I didn't watch it, but once again, it was around the time of the internet being 07.
Who else are we kind of forgetting here in this way? I mean, again, just in terms of who would take off in the next decade, but again, like you could see it in the 2000s. I can't really think of someone else at the moment. Like you said, like these people like
It
Kendrick
was
Lamar.
that was it. Like, but Kendrick was like
Oh, I guess
unknown.
Rihanna. Again, Rihanna like shows
She
up and then takes over for the next decade. But I mean, from the mid 2000s on, that was hers too. Especially again, because like you said, like Britney Spears kind of come 2006, everything starts happening in her life.
Mhm.
There are women like Pink who again had bangers and continues to kind of have bangers in a way. Kelly Clarkson's a talk show host now, but she had hits coming out the gate after winning American Idol. Again, like
Since you been gone.
you ain't rocking with Since You've Been Gone. Like, come on, like
No, that was a J.C. Penney classic, bro.
yeah,
You
that.
hear that
like,
shit everywhere.
I mean, my girl Natasha Bedingfield would say like fucking would sell Pantene commercials. Like Unwritten would be like, I have no flakes in my hair. Unwritten, like feel the rain on your skin. As like women have like shiny hair and shit. Like
I forgot you could do this too. We used to hide the player in the back so people won't be thrown off by it because it was like the font was so big, bro.
I guess I mean there's also Beyonce, what post Destiny's Child, her on her own.
We didn't know, nobody knew. We knew she was gonna be a star, but goddamn, we didn't know she was gonna be like a 2-time Hall of Famer. She out here Booker T with the rings. Shouts out to Houston. So
let's kind of start. Oh, good.
No, the only thing I was about to say is Jessica Simpson was body in the 2000s. Her and Nick Lachey when they had their TV commercial.
Well, those are people that kind of stayed within their decade, and that was kind of it for them after. Yeah, that's what we mean. Like if you don't have longevity to go forward, you were kind of trapped in your decade, which I would say her and him were.
Yeah, it was just like, you know what I mean? Nobody listened to
98 Degrees. Yeah.
No, Eminem used to diss him. He said 98 for Breeze or something like that.
I mean, he used to solo the boy bands, remember? Like that was something like Chris Kirkpatrick could get his ass kicked. Like
and Obi, you can get stopped by
next
Obi.
to that little Limp Bizkit bastard. And Obi,
you get stopped by Obi. Like 36-year-old scared Obi.
Yeah.
So
like, I mean, again, he would just body those guys because again, I guess that spoke to his insecurity or the fact that he's the bad boy of white mainstream music. Again, the whole like
Lil Bow Wow was running in the 2000s.
Are you gonna speak on that?
Yeah, no, bro.
Shad Moss?
Like this shit, and he had
that's what we forgot to talk about last week was Like Mike. That was a huge movie for me as a kid. I mean,
Too Fast, Too Furious. Yeah, he ran in 2000s. He had Like Mike. He had Not Too Fast. I'm sorry. He had Tokyo Drift in 06. He had the Wanted album that came
Lottery
out.
Ticket.
Lottery Ticket.
That's 09, I believe. I think it barely makes the cut. And Brendan T. Jackson was acting on that rooftop scene.
I can't eat.
he showed up for an Oscar that day. And Shad Moss was. Oh, I always forget what's her song because I always get confused. Because that's the thing about pop music at this time. Like a lot of like the same generic white bands had one hit song, but they were like you couldn't remember whether they'd be like Fight for Fighting or what are they called? Oh god. But like there were too many bands that like they should have sold the song to the other band to continue to be huge in a way. Like too many people just had one hit that again played on a lot of like TV shows or movies, sold a lot of again products on TV like that thing. Like I forget what Mandy Moore's hit song was, but again she couldn't keep up with the Kelly Clarksons and the Pinks and again Britney at the time, Christina Aguilera, Xtina. I mean Gwen Stefani had the tail end of No Doubt and then the start of her singles career.
Gwen Stefani is the last great rock star.
Speak on it. You Gwen Stefani fan?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Her solo shit and when she was with No Doubt.
No Doubt doesn't surprise you. Yeah, I believe you like No Doubt. But
dancing. Don't speak. I know. Nah, so after Kurt, even
underneath it all.
Yeah. You really that shit used to go stupid on TRL.
See, right now we're about 25 minutes and you changing your mind or no? You hear it because you stand in your ground with the 90s, you not moving from your square.
And it's not because I want to be wrong, because I'm always wrong in life. It's just the fact that like I'm saying, it's like these songs, like one hit wonders, whatever the case may be, because I'm a teenager, they hit me more, but I don't go back and listen to it. The power of streaming says I can listen to whatever I want anytime, which is unfortunate for the artist. Yeah, but it's a time machine. But that's fucking hilarious because a lot of people did think she was black.
Like Halsey is black. I mean, shout out to
yeah. Hey, Stan, remember when Ep said that?
Man, she ain't black. Halsey is black. Like he's.
That's a whole different conversation. She ain't. I'm right, but that's a whole different conversation.
Well, Pink's name was like Felicia or Alicia Moore. Remember? Like she has like a name. Like if you would have heard the name, and then like looked at her, you could be like, maybe like.
Let me look it up.
Like me and Juice Robinson. Have I ever told you that?
No, please do.
Real quick. The first year I did the BRP 50, so last year, I'm looking at the list and I'm like, why isn't Juice Robinson? Oh.
Why is Juice Robinson not on the list?
Yeah, then I was like, oh. And then someone was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I thought for the longest time, I thought he was too until I looked it up and it's nothing there. But,
Juice Robinson.
Oh, I guess then Lady Marmalade, I think you can, would be your, were you a fan of Maya? Brother, I was about to say, I felt like Maya. I don't know why, but I just feel like, yeah, like that's you getting.
Boy, I would remember that song. Well, this is before your time. Falling in that with you and I'm like she was like underwater or something like that. Boy, that video changed my life.
And you wanted to be under that water, is what you were saying.
Absolutely, and
in that water.
And it's vegan water. I definitely want to taste it.
I guess. I don't know why, but that's a total like Banks woman is Maya. Now that I think about it, yeah.
All right.
Oh, am I lying? Or are you just scared to get called out like you've been calling me out? Because what you tell me the other day, you know what? You might be right. I might be lying to myself about a type of woman I'm attracted to.
You feel me? I love the Scotty Beans, but sometimes what I mean. Want a little bit of sherbet. Yeah, the song Beanie Man. A lot of reggae artists too. This is when they got their biggest shine, like Sean Paul, Beanie Man.
Okay, now we're gonna. I got that template. Like, come on, don't.
That was around the time, but it was commercial. That's why. So
that's what I've been saying. Like, see, I think commercialism beats how the '90s was. I think driven by artistry more again with Nirvana and Pearl Jam and the single stars that were Whitney Houston and people like that continued to dominate. Someone like Mariah Carey was early on. Again, Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, but like even then, like Snoop Dogg shifts his sound from Dre to Pharrell because I mean on our top 10 songs, one of mine is definitely "Beautiful" by Snoop Dogg featuring Pharrell and Charlie Wilson. Like. Like the production shifted again. Like, how am I gonna sell this song? And again, like you're attaching to something else in a way because that's gonna make you want to go out and buy the single or buy the whole CD. Because Nelly was moving. We're not getting there yet. We're still kind of having the overall conversation.
You transition over.
No, because I wanted to get about some singular things. So like we had skipped over the Justin Timberlake thing in a way because again, it all starts with NSYNC. Like. As much as they kind of were the late 90s, the first No Strings Attached is 2000, and then they have Pop as a follow-up. They're like, were you fucking with Bye Bye Bye? And It's Gonna Be May. Like,
damn it. Hit my camera twice. That's my bad on that one. My bad was a word too that was used back in the day a lot.
So were you NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Because I was always NSYNC more than Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, because the thing is with Backstreet Boys, other than one or two songs, I don't know. I gotta go with Backstreet Boys because they was more soulful.
I think people would say they had more hits, and people, I think someone like me would lean towards NSYNC because again, Justin Timberlake went on to accomplish more than Backstreet Boys and NSYNC combined. But although within NSYNC, there kind of was that heavyweight fight between Timberlake and JC Chasez about like which one of these guys was going to branch off and become the solo star, because like they would both share the main mic in the videos, at least. While you knew the three guys, Fatone, Bass, and Kirkpatrick, were definitely like the three guys that were going to remain in the background. But the Backstreet Boys, I think they did have kind of more hits commercially than like NSYNC would. But they had Pop, and that played again during the Jimmy Neutron movie when I think they're building the spaceships to go to the planet. Like, and then he leaves NSYNC and gets Justified, and Justified, I mean, has Cry Me a River, which Bill Simmons famously had said at one time was like the white man's Hit 'Em Up. Because again, that song is famously about Britney Spears, as the music video shows as well. Like I Love You with the clips. So again, the clips, like these, again, they come off grinding, right? And go straight into what you want to do. I'm in front of me. Like they're supposed to be like in this love song with Justin Timberlake, but aren't these the guys that sell crack and coke or whatever? Or did they? You know.
They definitely did, but the fact was this was a label situation by Jive, because at the time they were signed to Jive. It's the Neptunes, which are good friends with the Clips since they was little, and then that situation.
Yeah, he's got Rock Your Body, like, please don't see to walk away. Like
that shit was on phone commercials and everything.
Exactly. I mean, it was famously used when Let Me Rock Your Body. Like Senorita. I mean, like, hits.
That was the first song. Bro, the album is fire from top to bottom. I could name the whole track list and everything hit, bro. Last Night is probably my favorite song off that.
But then come Future Sex Love Sounds, he loses it.
Yeah. And I love Timberland, but the beast was fire and that was it. The writing was not that good to me. Yeah.
And you don't think he's probably give me that chance to be a man. Make me your pride. I just want, like, you know, I dropped out this since I was a little boy.
Yeah, he was sounding real when he was doing that.
His voice, again, like, would you say he's a talented singer, to be honest, or no?
No. Can't sing.
Showmanship.
Yeah, he can't sing worth a damn.
Yeah, because like when you see him live, like he performs a medley on Jimmy Fallon's show, and it's again a lot of the songs from Justified, and you can kind of tell, like, oh yeah, this guy might not be the best singer, like but he's got showmanship, or at least showmanship that a white person can have.
But like, going back to around this time, nobody really cared about that was fire.
If you could sing or not, yeah.
Yeah, this is around time because when old girl got caught on SNL,
Ashley Simpson,
doing the shuck and jive because her auto tune fucked up, or her sing along karaoke machine fucked up. People stopped caring around that time anyway. Around the 2000s,
backing vocals. Everyone uses backing vocals. I mean, you have to in a way to preserve your voice.
Well, she ain't complaining because she still got some residuals from somewhere, and she with Evan Ross. So Atlanta was out around it. We forgot to mention Atlanta. Did we mention Atlanta?
ATL last week? No, I've never seen it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a watch along.
Is that a thing? Is that would you believe I had seen ATL at some point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised. Big Boy is the best thing about that movie anyway.
Well, because everyone uses the meme. That's probably like.
Nah, but other than that, the shit was funny. And then I didn't know. Random Max said he improvised all that, which made it more funny.
Oh no, I believe it. I believe he said, like, I want to do all my own lines. Like,
that makes it even better.
They probably did like that was a rumor for Godfather 2 with Clemenza, that the guy said he wanted to write his own dialogue, and Francis Ford Coppola said, like, fuck no. And that was a rumor. That was a rumor that the guy would later on say was not true, that he didn't want to write his own lines. It was just some other issue. But he fell off with Future Sex Love Sounds. So you enjoyed 2020 Experience, but like who would you say dominated the 2000s then? Because again, going from the biggest boy band in the world to then this big run as a solo star, while at like kind of in between dating the biggest female pop star in Britney Spears, who had again a ton of hits as well during this period. I mean, with Toxic and Lucky, Slave for You, or would you say like Nelly again, who goes from Country Grammar to Nellyville, and like you said, he puts on the
Anti
St.
platinum
Lunatics.
physical Nellyville.
Yeah,
This is when people had to sell physicals, so they wasn't cheating. I mean, a win is a win. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, but still, the fact that they were selling physical 10 million copies, like 50 Cent, Nelly, lets you know that rap was taking over.
So would you think? So who, in your opinion, dominated the 2000s? Or was it an actual singer, or was it production? Was it people like the Neptunes and?
No, it was an actual artist. Bro, it's Eminem. Eminem.
Really?
His songs from the 2000s still getting played to this day. Not too many other people are.
Well, because you got us. I mean, because the Army and Call of Duty needs to sell their product. I mean,
hey,
again, I'm not shitting on Eminem just to be like, oh yeah, I'm the one white person who doesn't like Eminem. Like, again, Eminem has hits. I'm not going to deny that. Again,
hey,
like,
once again, it doesn't matter if you went by an inch or a mile.
How'd you were in Sweden? How'd you get to Sweden? Like,
so I'm going with Eminem. The songs are still getting played to this day. Nelly stuff get played a little bit. G and this stuff, 50s. I mean, in the club still getting played, but
yeah,
Eminem.
I mean, he literally had to do that for his part in the halftime show. He had to hang upside down, like. Looking like a damn fool. Like
50 would probably say Eminem ran the 2000s over him.
Do you think that's part of him being humble now, or no?
No, that's just his man's. And it's true. Like, if it wasn't true, hey, man, for 50 Cent, dude was crazy. He got very honest,
yeah,
all right?
I was about to say.
Yeah, he seemed to be very honest about everything, all right? So
the truth he would say that I am crazy.
And I don't give a fuck. Just like Eminem, bro, because he's the highest selling rapper as of this year, the highest selling rapper in history. And it's because of the 2000s catalog.
Even though, again, he was dominating the market in terms of white people that were underrepresented in the genre of rap, but
Nelly's up there too.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because then 2010s, his time's done. It's again, it's over. You know, and all those other guys you mentioned. But all those other guys you said passed by, the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Coles, the Drakes, the future's now, old man. Like,
that's what it is. But you got to remember, K-Dot and all that.
People's favorite Kid Cudi had to come out and be like,
and that was 09.
Yeah,
and he's still doing the same old shit 13 years later.
Never drew a dime. Like,
he hummed all them songs and never drew a dime. Hey, dog, he got that intergalactic soundtrack. I'm like, damn, I thought this shit came out in 08.
But all right, so let's move on to again, like, so which of the Kanye West albums was your favorite? I think I already know the answer, but which was it?
It's called Late Registration.
Oh, I thought you would have gone on Graduation.
No, hell no. It's either College Dropout or 808 Heartbreaks.
Now here's where you start. Now I'm going to call you up for the cat because no.
Hold on, go ahead.
I swear for the longest time you had picked Dropout, Registration, and Graduation. Well, I think I put Registration over College Dropout. That album changed my life.
No,
I'm saying like you picked the first three while I said it was 808's, Dark Fantasy, and Yeezus. Like those three were better than the first three. And you were like, you are in this
decade.
Yeah, but I'm just saying overall, but you would have then put 808's at the top now.
But let me tell you the context. No, not overall. I would never say that overall. Hell no.
So which one's overall then?
It's either Late Registration or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And it probably is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy over Late Registration. But Late Registration 1 or 2. That's a lock. That album changed my life. But I'm talking about in this decade because you know why? Even though Kid Cudi was out in 08 doing that with the liquid cocaine, that's what made him do that. The reason is Kanye took what rap is now then. So he did that in 08. He just took it up he took what Cudi was doing, but he took it up another notch.
I wanted to.
He took it up another notch over Cudi. So that's why in this decade, I'm going with 808 and Heartbreak because in rap, it was weird to do that. Nobody has ever did that. Like 3 Stacks.
Hey.
Like, don't get me wrong.
You will, unless you will. Like,
shit, Outkast gotta.
I was about to say we had skipped over Stankonia and the double album that is what Speaker Box, The Love Below, like
a diamond.
Yeah, but I mean, like, does that? I mean,
like white people, y'all was going crazy for Hey Ya.
Well, here's what I was about to say. But to me, again, my argument, I swear I've said this on the show before. Like, Hey Ya isn't an Outkast song; it's an Andre 3000 song. Like, it's.
But that's written, why that. Not to cut you off. That's why
I know that was the purpose of the album, right? Like, was
the
for
Love
them
Below
to branch out. Yeah,
the Love Below is way more prominent than Speaker Box. Like, the Love Below actually started the Kid Cudi shit before Kid Cudi did it, because he was singing, rapping on that shit.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to show you I'm playing the drums and guitar for real. Because again, Kid Cudi performed "Erase Me" like holding the guitar, rocking like this with his feet together. It's like, what are you trying to do? Like,
he tries just like Bob Dylan, but that's beside the fact.
But wow, so you are picking 808s like I am. Okay, I thought you would have picked Graduation.
It changed rap music.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's better than most of the albums that came out in 2000? No, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm saying
I can do the hip hop head, hippity hop hop.
Well, I was going to ask you next, what's the best rap album of the decade? You'd have a better understanding than I would.
If it ain't I like Blueprint 2 over Blueprint 1 to a certain extent. If it ain't Blueprint 1, God damn, bro. The Eminem show was fire. Blueprint 1 was fire. Then we got the Kanye albums. Damn. It's either all right, I'm gonna do this. It's either College Dropout or, because I can say Late Registration, but I understand what College Dropout did for rap as well. It's out of College Dropout or Blueprint 1. Fuck it. Nah, I can't. I'm going Blueprint 1, bro. Blueprint 1 had the commercial rap appeal to it, and but he was still doing hip hop. Like, I love Get Rich or Die Trying. That album was my teenage years. I love Beg for Mercy. I love all these albums, but I think, because it's an unbiased opinion, I think Blueprint 1 is the rap album of the decade. It's out of that or Eminem show. This because people still stream, though. Like, people still streaming Get Rich or Die Trying, but to this day, Blueprint 1 still getting streamed. Eminem show. Not too many people stream Nelly Bill like that. But those two albums and the Kanye album still get streamed to this day.
Again, the Carter 3?
No, I never liked the Carter 3. I like the bootleg version. I never liked, but I love the Carter 1, the Carter 2, 500 Degrees, fucking Like Father, Like Son. So it's like albums I can name from the 2000s that I still listen to this day. That's why, you know what I mean? I still listen to those to this day, but it's like Stan just said, Jeezy 101, that's one of my favorite albums of all time. But if I'm going outside of my biased opinion, I got to go with Blueprint 1.
Yeah. Again, I mean, Country Grammar too. Again, that was right at 2000, right? With Ride With Me, EI.
Damn, my Massacre again.
My mom had Country Grammar, because I heard that kind of growing up as well. So
everybody had Country.
Well, that's what I mean.
I think that shit. Hold on, I think that went diamond.
Definitely, probably, yeah.
Let me see.
But what about again, the transition in R&B? Well, I mean, are we forgetting? What about Ludacris? Are we kind of skipping? Or you were never a fan, right?
No, I love Luda.
Okay,
he wasn't selling units like these Titans. You feel me? But I love Luda. Luda is one of my favorite rappers of all time, and even with him, I'm not Mav. Mav hate Luda, but you feel me? I understand why.
Busta Rhymes.
No, I understand the Busta Rhymes thing, because Busta Rhymes be rapping about nothing. With Luda, he getting you somewhere, but he just be rapping. So I understand. And the person that actually can rap, being Mav, will be like that about somebody. You feel me? Just because I understand rippity rap people like he is. Y'all critique certain people if they can't do it a certain style. But yeah, Country Grammar as of 2016 is diamond. So he got 2 diamond albums, which is insane. Wait, Sweat and Suit, I think, went diamond too.
Over and over again.
Yeah, we forgot about Sweat and Suit.
Over and over again.
Yeah, that song went like diamond, I think. That song alone, but I'm trying to see.
Yeah, because he got that fucking country audience because of Tim McGraw, who was at kind of, I think, the height of his powers in country music.
I don't see sound scan for it. I'm trying to look and see.
But what about R&B? Like who and what for R&B is your favorites from this decade? Again, I'm trying to let you cook. Like, come on, get your shit off. Like, come on.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Hot tag. Like,
I'm thinking about it right now. So somebody just said, Eastside Stevie said 8701. You had that. You had Confessions. So Usher probably ran R&B because white people drove me crazy with Yeah. Yes, y'all.
They did. They like, yeah. I mean, isn't that the song in Hitch?
That's the song everywhere. White people, y'all fucking love. Yeah, because that's y'all favorite word. Like every white person I know, y'all say yeah. I'm not spamming that shit. Yeah. I think. See, that's what I'm saying. Stan, look, that's how I know Stan talked to the same type of women I talk. Well,
here's what I mean. So you're making my point again, how the music was, again, largely sold to white people. Again, like we're playing in the malls, we're playing it in their movies, we're playing it in the TV shows. Like we're gonna make these crackers buy this Usher album to hear yeah. And then they're probably gonna skip the rest of the 16 tracks just to get to that, or
Yeah, they used to buy it at Walmart.
Get back, rewind it back.
Y'all love that shit, but nah. If you're gonna go to the Midnight Love era, you feel me? I got some people in here from the Midnight Love era. You got Glenn Lewis, you got Music Soul Child, you got Tank, you got Craig David, you got motherfucking Angie Stone. You got Jill Scott. You got Erykah Badu, who was prominent at this time. Like Think It You Know was like 96, but in the 2000s, she still had Love of My Life and stuff like that. Avant, Jaheim, like Stan saying. So R&B to me hits more now in the 2000s than the 90s, not rap. Now R&B, I'll admit, hit more because, well, shit, probably in the 90s too. I'll come back to it later, but I remember this is when me personally started getting into a lot of R&B personally, because my mom has been listening to it since I was.
Is that because you finally started to understand the pain these men and women were going through?
Yeah, I started understanding Coochie.
Yeah.
I was fucking around this time, around 2003, 4.
I've been fucking since I was 10. Like,
yeah, that's why I ain't right in my mind now, because I was fucking too early. So that's why I was like, all right, because I understood the music. So you know what I mean? Just like India Arie. I look at her now, I'm like, see, I understand. But it's like you understand. And then Jagged Edge as well. Jagged Edge is my favorite 2000s group, because Drew Hill around this time was like not prominent. Then we had to go, you feel me, who was writing masterpieces around this time. Even though he's wrote masterpieces the past 3 decades, but around this time, this is when he was getting busy. You ever listen to Feel on Your Booty? I'm not saying that to you. Feeling on
no,
your booty.
I haven't.
You never listened to Feeling on Your Booty?
No.
Don't play it on Apple Music. Play it on YouTube, because I don't want nobody to be like, you listen to this?
Only you and like I think one other person follows me on Apple Music. Like, what do I care?
But still, you don't want them to say nothing. You know what I mean? Just listen to it. The NERD changed my life, but that's not a neo soul group. But Fly or Die is my top 3 favorite albums ever. I forgot about them, but it's so much the Neptunes was doing around this time. It's ridiculous.
So you were saying that or at least 2000s hit more than 90s R&B, but was this the last kind of straw for 2000? I mean, for R&B, the 2000s, or
R&B is still here. It's just not talked about.
That's why I always kind of hear that, but why do you think that is?
Because it's not advertised.
And why is that?
Because it's a lot of good R&B out there, but they not known. It's a lot. I'll say this: it's a lot of good R&B women. You know what I mean? Some of them do the little explicit Summer Walker shit, but a lot of the dudes just rap, and that's fine, because you know what I mean. I like to hear women talk like that a certain way. You feel me? Because they sound sexy, but when a dude, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you and I'm gonna
make you come in. I'm on.
Yeah, it's like if you can't sing, it don't work. The thing is, the Gerald Leverts and stuff like that, facts. 7, phenomenal, and she looked good. Pressure. So it's like back then you just had to sing, and you didn't have to look all that good. No disrespect, but now the women look good. They can't sing, but the writing is so fire. It's like me and podcasting. You might put a shorty on if she's not good, because. But then the thing is, the ones
the ulterior motives of I'm trying to hit though. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, I work with good people, with good women. The problem is, this is how we
I'm
got.
trying to make you work the mic, but not like like
yeah, consensual. But
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
this era now spawned the Janina Kills. So it's like you ain't good, you can't fucking sing, but people gonna put you on just because. So, hey Stan, listen. I understand. You know what I mean? Like Stan be up here like, yeah, bro. I know. You know what I mean? That's when you get you a certain type of woman, you'll be listening to music like this.
What are you trying to say?
Get you a certain type of one barefoot.
I don't mean that.
No, you do, but I'm saying if you get you a barefoot walk around the crib woman, this all they listen to.
But see, then isn't that again the Erykah Badu mindset? Like she's got the magic pussy that'll like change your life.
Yeah, but this
decade, start wearing Peter Pan hats and fucking suspenders, like
that'd be fucking hilarious. You go to BRP just like Peter Pan.
Like I'm like looking, like
he ain't been right since.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want me to turn into that? Like,
eventually, you got to anyway.
What are you trying? What do you mean?
The older you get, the more you start to change your look and everything else.
But I'm not gonna start dressing like I pick. Like, I'm gonna wear the shortest shorts possible with a XXX hoodie and then a paperboy cap on. Like,
a paperboy cap is
fucking. The fuck is you doing? Like, knee-high socks and boat shoes, like.
Knee-high socks and boat shoes is fucking hilarious.
I ain't wearing Dennis Johnson socks in my life. Like,
hey man, this man up here saying he about to start dressing like Legend of Zelda Link.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I mean, I think you want me to get up there just so you can hear my experience. Like, man, you had no idea what I was going through, and they're like, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Brother, we all have, you know. I've been around a bunch of barefoot women my whole life. This is the type of R&B they listen to. Ari Lennox and all that. They like a lot of low. See, the thing is, too, now in the era, women are talk sexy.
Ain't these the women that try to be putting the shit in the spaghetti or no?
That's just crazy bitches. But this around the era, I mean, this is the era, too, with women, they'll be talking nasty, but then some of them make low self-esteem music. Like, Ari Lennox is low self-esteem music. You feel me? Facts. Ari Lennox and SZA is low self-esteem music, but it's fire. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we in the era now, versatility from fourth time using that word of like
shut the fuck up. Don't point it out. It's okay.
Of women singing this way, but the men now they just want to sound like rappers.
Yeah, I mean, you're skipping over Tyrese, aren't you?
No, in the 2000s. It was like it was hidden, but like how you gonna act like that was strong. Signs
was he
of
the better act? Was he a better actor then?
Yeah, he knew.
Is his music now? Good, but is his music now better?
Nah, this is the thing with his music, right? So his singles are always strong, but the B-sides aren't that good. It's kind of like the same thing over and over and over.
You know what's on HBO Max right now that I kind of skipped over because I did see this movie. Waist Deep.
I think I wanted to talk about that last week.
Yeah, we skipped over. Don't forget, like he wanted to give his son the toy horse. Like,
yeah, I swear, like up and down.
I still don't get how he survived at the end of that movie. That's the ultimate thing. Like he's supposed to like die in that shootout. His son and Megan Good are on the beach, and he shows up on the beach with like that toy horse in his hand. And I think at the time, I'm like, what kind of writing is this? When like, all right, now we kind of get into, again, we mentioned earlier, but like get out of my room mom music or just white guy music in general. Again, we got a lot of pop punk with Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, All American Rejects, emo music as well. Again, alternative, mainstream rock, pop rock as well as what would be called, but Green Day with American Idiot. I want to be American Idiot. What was the selling point to you with this generation of white guy music after you had grown up with flannels and torn jeans and Quiet Loud from Pearl Jam and Nirvana to this generation of rock music?
It was more fun.
Exactly, right?
Rock, I love grunge rock, but like I listen to it at night, which you don't want to listen to it. Like I listen to Plush at night. I don't advise anybody. It's been a long year, but I advise people not to listen to Plush at night.
I'm a creep. I
Like,
didn't own slaves, but I'm a weirdo.
Hey, hold on, son.
No, remember like the clip.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but hey.
That's so great. Like, what is there a fascination with we're just feeling bad? I mean, that seems like we kind of get out of
it. Go pray.
I think because of again how down and dour Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and then I mean the Foo Fighters kind of were a little bit more upbeat. But I think it was about surviving that, given Dave Grohl's experience with Nirvana, about seeing through to the other side. But even then, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, who we talked about a few weeks ago, hit in the 90s, hit in the 2000s, and their rock, funk, pop sound again of like being heroin addicts, but making these catchy tunes was just as popular. But pop punk music, and it was made to sell teen movies, to sell teen shows. Like that's why again, like the All American Rejects sold John Tucker Must Die, sold She's the Man. All these teen movies around this time were built around these songs. And I mean, Fall Out Boy with Sugar, we're going down Sween, or like Dance Dance. Thanks for the Memories. Or I mean, we're skipping a Sum 41 too, which was like jokester music in a way, with like Fat Lip and In Too Deep. But again, they were kind of a weird assortment. I got get the fuck off the phone and come back to. I know you're texting that man and telling him to shut up. Like,
no, motherfucker, I got notes in case I got to do. That's what y'all don't understand. When I'm doing all these podcasts, if I'm behind the boards, I have to write notes for clips. Again, podcasters, YouTube clips are your friend, and TikTok. Fuck Twitter. So I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
No, I understand. And again, Nickelback being the biggest band of this decade in a way, like,
yeah. No. Wait, you tripping? Linkin Park or Good Charlotte. American Idiot, that shit was going everywhere.
Linkin Park, yeah, as we kind of talked about. There we go. Eastside Steve, feeling this is definitely. We'll get into that a little bit later. But really, you think you would say Linkin Park or Good Charlotte?
Bro, that motherfucking American Idiot album, that shit was going. Stupid.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it led to them creating a Broadway show about it, which, true.
Bro, and that's like the last.
Fuck the government.
No, that's
what
last,
they say. Like,
it's kind of true. That shit was Collision Course with Linkin Park. Yeah, that shit was kind of hitting.
I've become so numb. Encore. Do you want more? Like,
and they did that like straight up. That wasn't no studio mixing. They was in the studio.
No, yeah. It's like, how can we combine these songs? Let's just perform them, not at the same time, but like take turns. Like,
but nah. Linkin Park is probably number 2, but Good Charlotte, bro, was doing that American. Now I remember hearing about that. So that was what 05.
Green Day's American Idiot was 04 or 5ish, yeah.
So that's around the time where rap was kind of prominent, but MTV or Viacom as a whole was like, no. We going back to this, pal. I'm tired of seeing a goddamn Negro with a Band-Aid on his eye.
Well, it was again like that was George Bush was president, so it was like fighting back against him, like George W, I should say.
Hey, is the Dixie Chicks dead?
No, they came back like 5 years ago. It's just been quiet for them.
Are the Dixie Chicks dead? But
they're not the Dixie Chicks. They're just the chicks now. That's the thing.
They're just the dead chicks because I ain't seen them since. They talked about.
Well, they had to take. Yeah, well, they talked about George Bush first, remember? And then they came back to get at Trump, but they had to take Dixie out because of the negative connotation of that.
Well, they were Dixie for saying that because they lost their whole fucking fan base. Y'all was moving units in Mississippi. Dixie got
right there, like, you know, but the Numb Encore was the soundtrack to the Miami Vice trailer. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, it was like Miami Vice. Numb.
Like, why do you remember that, Stan, or anybody? That movie is fucking horrible, and I saw that for free.
We just talked about Colin Farrell last week, and was he believable as an action star? Well, not.
No, he was doing that movie was a porn.
Don't forget, he was high as fuck on that set. Let's not forget. Like, he admits
that's
it.
a shoot.
Yeah. No, like he talked about it with Bill Simmons and Chris Andrews. He's like, yeah, I don't remember really anything from that movie. Making that movie, like when I saw it, I'm like, wow, so that's what I was doing, huh? Like,
Damn, bro, how high you got to be?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
For real, because all I remember about that movie is him fucking a lot. And
That's
Jamie
Jamie Foxx,
Foxx
though.
fucking. He was fucking what's her
Naomi
name?
Harris, your girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why you hate that movie, because you're like, it should have been me.
Yeah, I was doing that movie.
After this man just won an Oscar and did a Ray Charles impersonation on the big screen, and then for Gold Digger, like.
See, there you go, being disrespectful.
Oh, am I lying?
Impersonation, dog.
And I'm in need. Like,
that's not an impersonation.
It's not an impersonation.
It is, but it technically isn't, bro.
It's an impersonation.
But you taking it away like somebody else can do that. Who else can do Ray?
They do it on SNL every fucking week.
Taking away the black man's credit.
I
got you, brother.
Credit. I said Rami Malek did.
I got you. Now,
Oscar,
hold on. I got you, brother. I know he was in there. I know. Long live X. I understand. God damn it. Go ahead. I think about Pops Red Hair. He was a freak bull if he rented Miami Vice, because he had to see that in theaters before you rent it. Well, not really, but
not really.
Have you ever did that?
Seen the movie and then rented it?
Yeah, I used to do that instead of like just rent it.
You're not making sense. So you're saying
see it first in the theater, then rent it. Because if
you wouldn't rent a movie without seeing it.
Not all this. I used to ask, because the thing is, unless I seen a trailer and I felt confident, I used to be like, "No, I'm good, mom."
All right, now you're explaining kind of why I would get mad at my mom and brother's choices when like my mom would pick a movie based off the cover and like read the back and I'm like, "That's gonna be bad." And she's like, "No, it's not." Quiet. And then like when she played the movie and she turned it off after 20 minutes, I looked at her and be like, "I told you that movie was gonna be bad, and you wasted a pick." Like,
bruh. That's what I'm saying. I just don't. No, that album is fire too. You ever heard that? The Unpredictable album.
By who?
The one that had Blame It on the alcohol. No, is it Blame It? Blame It.
No, that's
he had two albums in this decade. We didn't even talk about him. Yeah, he had two good R&B albums around this decade. And this is when people was like, "Wait, he do R&B?" Because they forgot about Pete Hits in the 90s. This started to talk. It's like, yeah, Jamie Foxx being a GOAT entertainer, because he dropped two albums that was pretty good, and the one which is Unpredictable, he was going crazy on. Like, he was snapping on the whole album. Like, it was a real R&B album.
Blame I guess we forgot like Chris Brown. I think we'd forgotten that too, right? Chris Brown and his emergence, but again, like, and
but it was still like
he got better as it went on.
Absolutely.
Even though it kind of got worse for his career, like in terms of the publicity of it.
Yeah, but these
T-Pain again dominated the 2000s. I mean, and again, you want to speak on the impact of auto-tune and I guess basically became that generation's Nate Dogg in a way, like him being on the hook or the chorus.
I hate auto-tune to this day. I hate that shit.
But do you blame him?
Hating auto-tune?
Yeah.
Me hating it? Yeah, I hate it because everybody was using it when it wasn't necessary. Like Ron Browns. You don't know who Ron Browns is. I'm jumping out the window. He didn't have to do it. But Ron Brown, this is around the time he did A-Rap music for Busta Rhymes. So this is that era, GTA 4 type era. So, oh yeah, Akon. I forgot about Akon.
Oh
Akon,
yeah,
first album was
no, I was just about to say I'm trying to remember. Again, there's just too many hits. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. We thinking about it because it ain't that far ago. Well, shit, 20 years ago.
But I'm saying like the music I still listen to now in a way. Again, like.
I'll do it right now. We're Fantasia. I'll kiss her for show. I'll kiss her feet. Go ahead.
Okay. Yep. You're into the show now. No.
I know she wears size 13, but it don't matter.
Okay. No. Damn, girl. How big is your feet? Like,
listen.
But what was your go-to white guy band? You had mentioned Stained, Papa Roach. Was it Breaking Benjamin? Did you like Asking Alexandria or whatever it was? Like, what kind of a...
I was more so into like a lot of like let's go crazy, but it's like, oh, but we can have fun. We not violent crazy. Or it's like the real
you
like
fuck with Slipknot?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh God.
Papa Roach, Alien Ant Farm. I fuck with all that.
Were you trying to buy like emo
Corn.
clothes? Were you
I fuck with corn too, bro.
Did you try to dress emo? Did
Metal
you have an emo
Militia?
phase? Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, did you own some Metal Militia and some fucking DCs? Like
No, because my mom would have called me a slur.
a cracker? Like a honky?
A 70s slur, besides those two. Studio 54 type slur. That's what she would have called
Oh,
me.
wow.
Yeah, no, she would have definitely called me that.
Which,
First of all, I can't go buy that from the Slauson Swap meet. Number two, you got to go to Warehouse. You got to go to Hot Topic. This one, Hot Topic was
You
prominent.
wasn't going to Hot Topic?
What
Were
was I getting?
were you a big MCR fan? Did you fuck with My Chemical Romance?
My would imagine I shot you. Have you ever heard of closing that goddamn door? No.
That's Panic at the Disco. Come on, don't.
Yeah, I
confuse
fuck
the
with
two.
Panic at the Disco. But Fallout Boy, I fuck with Fallout Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, super heavy.
See that the two things like occurred
Yeah.
this week.
Andy,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Daddy, are you okay? Are you okay? They
They went crazy on that video. So as a song with the carpet, when the one thing. Rise Above Hated shirt, fucking hilarious, yo. I remember those.
The John Cena shirt, yeah.
Hey, nah, I want to put that for the cover for this episode.
We're gonna bring that back in general. Like we're gonna bring that. That's what's gonna make John Cena come on. So we're gonna his album drop this decade. His certified diamond selling.
I'm a bad man.
I'm a bad with the mic in my hands. I'm a bad man. Even in a fight with my hands, I'm a bad man. Living on the streets of my life, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
That's
But
funny.
no, I mean the two things happened this week. Like Paramore came back. I never gave two fucks about Paramore my entire life. Like I couldn't care less about Paramore.
Did you be the title without the curse word? I never gave two fucks about Paramore.
And the other one was Hocus Pocus. And again, same thing. I never gave two fucks about the original Hocus Pocus, let alone Hocus Pocus 2. So you fucking fans of Paramore and Hocus Pocus who had like the dream week of all dream weeks, I don't give a fuck.
It's a bunch of young, I can't make that joke. It's a bunch of them that's blading. Like fucking Bruiser Brody.
So get the fuck out of here with your Hocus Pocus and your fucking Paramore music. I ain't here for it.
I'm sorry.
We don't need it. We didn't ask for it. Are you gonna?
I'm trying not to overtalk you, brother. My fault. And I'm trying to no-sell him. Please fucking get help, Stan. Stop saying this shit. Fucking Gym Class Heroes is horrible. I hate it. Take a look at my girlfriend. Fuck the girlfriend.
What about Jimmy Eat World with "It Just Takes Some Time, Little Girl, you're living in the middle of the ride"? What about Weezer? Are you fucking with Weezer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you fucking California bitch. Like
you never dream.
Beverly Hills. That's where I want. When that song was on Malcolm in the Middle, again, like they attached like these songs to fucking our products. They were selling us these songs. I mean,
yo, this is the most in-sale episode we ever had, and this coming from the brothers.
Are you gonna start wearing some? You gonna start wearing some etnies?
Yeah.
Or some Supras?
I'm about to buy some DCs, bro.
No, you gotta bring. You got the big Tongue Osiris shoes. You gotta start bringing those back. Where you tuck the skinny jeans into the fucking inside of the shoe with your fucking jean jacket hoodie. Like,
gee, Circa Survive. I ain't heard that in literally 20 years. That's fucking hilarious, yo.
So you get this is the impact Jeff Hardy had on the community, as you would say. Like
community. Circa Survive. Wow. Hey, Stan took it back.
What was the Jeff Hardy song you loved from TNA? His entrance song. Climbing through the top. Look into your future. And he would
that like, and his second one. There'll never be another me.
No. But no, I mean,
no, he fucking stinks.
You know, a guy who got in a lot of trouble about a week or two ago was was Adam Levine, but let's not forget Maroon 5 had some hits in this decade as well.
Avril Lavigne, she got in trouble for what?
I said Adam Levine.
Oh, I thought you said Avril Lavigne. I'm like, what she get in trouble for?
No.
You heard that theory about her?
Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
What about her?
They said she a clone.
Of who? Herself?
Yeah, they said like this ain't the regular Avril Lavigne. They say that about Eminem as well. I don't know if we're gonna get pulled for this.
I think they've had some work done.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bruh, people get old and then they get work done. Like y'all see Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke looked like balled up baloney.
Yeah. Again, the term age like milk exists for a reason. So white people have to get the work done to look like they're clones in a way. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to see. First of all, I didn't know she was Canadian. Usually Canadian. What did Vincent Mann say about Canadian women? You're black. You like Canadian white women.
No, he said, well, Shelton. Damn it.
Well, Shelton.
You're an African American. And Shelton was like, what? And he was like, hey. And everyone knows African Americans have a fondness for Canadian white women with broken noses. And then Sean Bitter kind of goes like Charlotte's like, yeah, you know.
This ain't no damn clone. First of all, she doing shows with like 100,000 people in the crowd because rock bands always can do that.
She had an amazing song with "Complicated." I mean, I know you loved Skater Boy, but
I hate fucking. Why is everything at the piece of that shit used to go stupid everywhere.
That's what we're talking about. See, because again, and you're gonna tell me that this wasn't better than the '90s? You're gonna lie to my face?
Nah, brother. Because once again, that music stayed. I ain't played Avril Lavigne in a minute. I definitely ain't played no fucking circle.
You know why? Because again, since you heard it everywhere, it made you hate it.
I definitely ain't heard no fucking Circus Survive or no Gym Class Heroes. I ain't listened to no damn. I ain't heard them play at the mall in a minute. That's like Even Stevens type music.
like Kelly Clarkson did have the song set to the Princess Diaries too, so that is understandable.
You seen that?
Yeah, of course. I was 10 years old.
Who made you watch that?
My mother.
Okay, I was about to say, who made you watch that?
You know who was in that? Chris Pine.
Damn, you right. Yeah.
And wait, so you're saying so you've seen it?
No, I just remember the poster.
Oh, okay. Now here we go.
What's the movie? Is that the movie? No, that's not him. Remember the one movie when the dude got ran over by the bike people? It was some Disney movie like that.
Bike people.
We definitely gonna name it. I ain't giving you credit for shit. Go fuck yourself. But yeah, we definitely.
No, it's that I never gave a fuck about Paramore as you. I you laughing like Four Minds was here. Did you fuck with Paramore? Be honest.
No.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not one of the black. I might be a coon because black people love Paramore, especially B-Dot.
You just called out like everyone on Twitter. You know that?
People I know personally, yeah, I always do that. This shit was playing at Winn Dixie. Is hilarious. Yeah, Winn Dixie is a store, like a low cost store in Florida. You only go there like if you want a bag of chips. Don't get no meat and nothing there. Pause. Because it's probably gonna be old, bro. Don't go get Winn Dixie is a nasty store. No, fuck Paramore, respectfully. I don't listen to that shit.
But you like Twilight?
No, that's Pops.
The first Twilight, you said you liked it.
I said it was all right.
All right, here we go. You backpedaling. All right. What's all right?
Me and Pops gonna watch it though. We're gonna watch it on the PVD podcast.
Hey, that's you're the son I always wanted, Banks. Pal.
He definitely gonna say that. You know, in '98, I was with some lady that looked like you. What was her?
Yeah, I don't think you would say it like that. To be, it's like the Patrice O'Neal, like white guys when they see a fat ass walk by, they go.
That's definitely you when we was in New York.
That was me and while I made it, I'm like, someone, you know who was in front of me, and the whole time I'm like, it was as good as I knew it would be. Like,
I ain't got glasses.
There was no false advertisement in with this one particular.
No, that was the MVP by far. It was like seeing Brock Lesnar in the room. Like, oh shit, they're going Brock Lesnar.
But then he does the other one. Then the other one is when black guy's got a like a ventriloquist, like God damn.
Or if you like our favorite,
that was also Dallas and New York as well. Like,
or you like our favorite person, he's just straight up. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Or you got a boyfriend?
God, I miss that man.
Like, he was straight.
It's okay to say that you miss and love another man because I miss and love that man. He is.
My son did a fast break, and that's the first question he asked. You got a boyfriend?
God.
You got like you ain't even ask her anything else. You know how ridiculous.
Damn, what she? I mean, that ass fat. You know, I mean, shit. Dang old man, you know, Frito pie. Like fucking.
You know how ridiculous. I mean, human being, you gotta be.
And I'm like, gee, like.
They go full break, and that's the first. He went fast break, and that's the first question he asked. That's your name. You got a boyfriend? Like, no, what?
He cuts to the chase. I respect it. I told you what happened at the strip club. He said she was paying him, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that's not how the game was played. Gee, he's like, I gotta give a fuck. Like,
she got on some Coronas.
She bought him beer. I'm like, what do you mean she bought him beer? Like, she bought him beer? Right? The Rattler and CB were like, yeah. I'm like, when did this happen? When I'm like, oh, I know this happened when I was with my version of Rosalind Sanchez, as Chris Tucker said. I want you.
Bruh, fucking hilarious. This got something to do with 2000 music. I don't know how. We just went off.
He was probably listening. I bet he fucks with fucking. I bet he fucks with Paramore. Yeah, I love that short.
Text him right now. Ask him before I do it.
Nah, because Math loves Foo Fighters, so I wouldn't be surprised if his tastes were similar.
We left them out
because one time. I'm like talking about something like Matt. It's like, yeah, I don't listen to Blink-182, but I like Foo Fighters. I like Dave Grohl. I'm like, that's the same. I'm like, Matt, that's the same thing. Like,
we forgot about Yellow Card. They was ass.
No, but they had. There's a place on Ocean Avenue.
Fucking suck.
Don't. How dare I will
they had
slap
a song
you.
With Timberland. That song fucking stink.
The next time I see you, I'm bitch slapping you for saying that.
Okay, Antonio Inoki, calm down. You gonna treat me like he treated that fat bastard? God rest his soul. Did you see the clip of him? We on the tangent before you. Did you see him slap the shit out of Spider-Man?
No.
Antonio, I'll send it to you. They did a prank on him. All you see him is jump. He slapped the dog shit out of Spider-Man.
Oh God damn it.
What you think? What you think Massawa's favorite band was in the 2000s?
His thing was like so it's probably Fall Out Boy.
I forgot to mention my other favorite band, probably my top 5 band, top 7, somewhere around that. CKY.
I don't even heard that.
Bam's brother from Viva La Bam. His brother had
a
it's a whole. I'll send you the song, but CKY was fucking fire.
Big Mike probably definitely knows that.
Ask him right now. You know CKY? He gonna be like, "How you know about CKY?"
No, he'd be like, "Yeah, of course."
It's definitely like, it was definitely like thrasher mixtape music.
Yeah, obviously, again, this is a man who was a skateboarder. So.
Yeah, Don Vito, yo. I think.
All right, so let's get. What's your favorite album from the 2000s?
NERD's Fly or Die.
Speak on it.
Get straight to the point. Album changed my life. I started believing in different things because the Neptunes in general opened up my mind to new music besides the rock music that we're talking about. But with NERD's Fly or Die, the whole album, the songs, everything they were talking about at that time, because I'm a young kid from South Central trying to figure out who I am, it gave me motivation to try to do something else in my life. Like, I probably wouldn't be this far if it wasn't for the Neptunes in general, but NERD's Fly or Die gave me a lot of motivation. So that, and then 1B would definitely have to be You Can, because you going to hell with him. But besides that, Late Registration is my second. God damn it. This man spitting. This is my new favorite person in the chat. No disrespect to everybody else. Yeah, in my mind too. Damn. So if I could do 3 off the top of my head right now, because 3 to 5, I give you NERD's Fly or Die, Kanye West Late Registration, Pharrell's In My Mind, Fall Out Boy, Fully Adults, and then Jay-Z's Blueprint 1 as of now. Oh no, I'm sorry. Justified would be 4, and then I'll go Blueprint 1.
You don't have to say what you do.
And I don't even like that song. That's how far the album is.
I found out from him.
Facts. That's how I found out about Big White Spaceship. That was on.
Can I tell you, like, I was like, wait, so the Neptunes and NERD are the same thing? Like, that always kind of like, I couldn't kind of grasp that together. It was one of those we've talked about the other day, like actors you confuse for being the same, but like find out the Neptunes were NERD. That always like, I'm like, then why do they call themselves one and the other? Like, because they just wanted to produce as the Neptunes, but then as an act, they wanted to be NERD. Like, that's what just very convoluted to me about that.
No, it was they homeboy. I forgot his name, but he's like the
because it's both Chad and Pharrell, right?
No, NERD is comprised of him, Chad, and then I forgot the other guy's name.
Yeah, one other guy, but the Neptunes is Chad and Pharrell.
Yeah.
So NERD is just one other guy added, but still, I'm saying it's still two.
But he does the guitar. He's the lead guitarist.
Well, my favorite album, of course, I had spoken on it at one time prior, is 2003's Blink-182 by Blink-182.
Mm-hmm.
They're untitled, self-titled. It's always been confused, but again, that has Feeling This, their best song, great video set to it. Again, just from front to back, it's got hits, and they already had in the previous prior in the decade they had Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, which is a funny name for an album. Yeah. After they ended the 90s with Enema of the State, we talked about that in 90s music, but they're self-titled or untitled. There's a great MTV doc. Like they had that one show where they would be with people when they were making their album. I think they were with Justin Timberlake when he made Justified. They follow Blink-182 as they make the Untitled, and the process of that is pretty amazing with how they come up with Feeling This, Always, I Miss You, which is heavily influenced by The Cure, and Down, Obvious, Violence. They're just hits after hits, banger after banger. I mean, only like 3 songs I don't like, but they have Athanasia, Go. Like I said, check it out if you haven't. Again, if you like pop punk, again, big time Hot Topic music as well. And that's the ultimate version, like you said, of like, we're going to have a good time, but they're still sad boys in the way, because kind of their whole ideal is like, we're from Southern California. What's there to be sad about? Which is why a lot of the time they were a comedy act and the soundtrack to the first American Pie. Mm-hmm. But this is them kind of grown up and having had experiences, but still that idea of like love, not existing, but losing it, and their desire for it, but also kind of in a way growing up as adults. And then we'll kind of end with our favorite songs from the decade. You want to go ahead?
No, I'm just fly or die, sink or swim. Which one will you choose? I'm gonna get that tattoo as well. What does my tattoo say? Fly or die. What about mine?
Okay. So we'll just kind of go one for one with a song. So I'll let you go with a song first.
In no particular order, because I can't do it.
Nah.
She Wants to Move by NERD.
I don't think I've heard that. I really can't think of an NERD song I either know like off the top of my head, or if I heard it, I would be like, oh, which is a lot of songs from this decade, to be honest. It's like, oh, so-and-so sings that? I had no idea.
You ever played True Crime Streets of LA?
No, we talked about this. I always wanted to, but never did.
I got it right now on the Xbox via PlayStation emulator. So they got a song called Rockstar. That's on there. It started off.
Well, when we do our music video watch along, you'll probably pick this.
Hey, y'all gonna be mad at my music video selection. There's gonna be a lot of kick flips.
That's again on the BVD Patreon. Banks versus Davis Patreon. We did it to 2000s movies last week. I mean this week. with scenes and trailers. So this coming week, we'll be doing music videos of select songs. Not necessarily the songs we're picking here. We might, but you know, I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of like skateboard videos. That's
Oh yeah, no, that's all it's gonna be. I might actually find. You know what? No, I got another idea for something else. Never mind. I won't say it on here. I got another idea.
Are you and my dad gonna do skateboard watch alongs?
God damn.
He's gonna play Fully Flared and Yeah Right by Girl. Hot Chocolate. Yeah. All right, so
no, we're not gonna do that. Nobody don't sign up for the Patreon. We're gonna do something else.
One of my favorites, it's an obvious one, I've talked about it numerous times, is Move Along by the All American Rejects. Great music video directed by Mark Webb, who went on to direct 500 Days of Summer and the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies that we got. But this is kind of at the peak of like All American Rejects being one of the biggest bands. I said it before, they never got an SNL performance during their run with when they had this, Dirty Little Secret, It Ends Tonight. They came back with their next album and that had It Gives You Hell. But Move Along is the soundtrack basically to my life in a way. Great song, great video. Tyson Ritter has kind of become an actor, the lead singer. But this song, I said, it's amazing. And it plays at the end of She's the Man, which is one of my 10 favorite movies last week. And like I said, just phenomenal song. What do you have next up?
I got Eminem's Without Me.
And I told you the story about the song, right?
I think so.
About my brother saying one time in front of my mom, 2 trailer park girls go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. And my mom was like, Bryce, where did you hear that? And he was like, in the car with Dad. And then she's like, Davis, is that true? I'm like, yeah. And we were probably like 6 and 4 or like 7 and 5 when that happened.
Yeah,
I always, when I found out again, like that was the song, because she's like, you don't even know what that means. But what do you like about, do you think that's like his best, like the best example of him roasting people? But again, his lyrical miracle, I'm going to bend words to rhyme with each other.
Yeah, but he had a premise though. Like when people say Eminem don't have a premise to the song, like he just be rapping just to rap. He had a premise on that song. It's just all over the place. It's like, damn, bro, I know you was popping them beans making this song.
Come on your lips, like jump back, wiggle a bit, like
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it ain't too many rappers that go in and out of pockets unless you a seasoned rapper. But dog, he was like at 20 different pockets on one song.
Yeah.
I'm like, he was on this pocket, but then
this looks like a job for me. Like, and then I think all that made fun of that one time on the show. And I think that I maybe remember the parody for that. And then when I saw the music video later on for Without Me, I'm like, oh, this visual seems familiar. I'm trying to think of what all that would change it to be though.
Yeah, he was Robin, and then Dr. Dre was
Batman. Yeah, because you're doing like. So Without Me, I didn't have an Eminem song. We'll do honorable mentions like we did last week, but I'll go with again. I had mentioned it earlier, and this pairs with your Pharrell, Snoop Dogg's "Beautiful" with Pharrell, Charlie Wilson again, just. The music video is great because it's a lot of Brazilian women. So I love that. Love women from South America. Just love women with curly hair, as he says in the song, like long hair, curly like you're Cuban. And I'm like, yes, as you alluded to the last few weeks, that's apparently a woman I'm into, even though I'm aware of it, but you didn't need to call me out for it.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's Snoop Dogg being like sweet, like sweethearted in a way, even though again this was the guy who said murder was the case that they gave me. Like it's him being like a romantic.
Yeah, and this around the time when a lot of rappers start making songs for women too. Like even though LL was doing
for the bitches, like
this around the time. Like LL, but
I say it with love. With love, like
well, bitches call themselves bitches too.
Yeah,
I hate calling women bitches, but the bitches love it.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like around because like LL was doing it, a couple rappers was doing it, but this around the time where dudes was like, oh, We should make songs about women because they buy more records. Hence
And
the
that
reason
and
why
how much
Nelly
we
sold.
love women. Yeah.
This is why Nelly sold so much because his fan base is women. That's why
Yeah,
people was hating.
Dilemma and Hot and Her.
No, but
And
country grammar women was like, who the fuck is this?
well,
He was
like,
the
again,
he's the Roman Reigns of rap.
yeah. And that's why
Nelly's the
like there
Roman
was
Reigns of
always
rap.
those Drake comparisons when Drake started to blow up with like him being that generation's Nelly. So I had beautiful again. What do you think of production on this by Fro? Because it's again, wasn't a lot of that album produced? Because that's also like Drop It Like It's Hot, right? On that same.
No, Drop It
album?
Like It's Hot was on RNG, which was
Okay.
04. I had the album. But he had Let's Get Blown that was on there as well, and Drop It Like It's Hot.
All right, what's a song for you?
The St. Lunatics Midwest Swing.
So explain the St. Lunatics a little bit.
It was just Nelly putting on his homeboys. That's all it was.
Are they the best homeboys being put on of all time? Again, like how
No.
there was who
That's
is
called the Wu-Tang, sir.
but okay.
That's RZA putting on his homeboys for the most
Okay, as I
part.
said, then who's the Nelly of okay?
Because we ain't heard from Murphy Lee since 03.
Well, there was the Dog Pound, and there was a.
But they came in as
Tupac's?
homeboys and they were a group. Oh, you talking about the Outlaws?
Yeah,
But
okay.
nobody was like, we checked for them because of Pot. The
Yeah.
Dog Pound, we checked for them because it's the Dog Pound. They fired. But besides that,
What about G Unit? Isn't that in a way?
yeah, but they
Same
start
thing.
bringing in other people that wasn't originally there. And that's why Yayo been cutting promos all this year about that shit. Because they start bringing in Game, who is a messy one. They start bringing in Young Buck, who is I'm about to say a word I can't say. A feisty one. I can say that.
Oh my god.
So they start bringing in different people. So it didn't work. You feel me? But with Wu-Tang, it was like, oh, these are people. You feel me? Perfect.
We're saying the St. Lunatics were the best example because they actually were good.
Apparently not no more. Ali said Nelly ain't did shit for him. And this happened in the past year. See how it worked, people you know your whole life. Eventually they start saying you ain't did shit for them. Damn, bro. Nobody know who Ali is. When last time you heard Breathe In, Breathe Out? Oh, you don't know that song. Never mind. What was that? Somebody remind me what Ali's song was. I Need a Girl Part 2 by far. That's on my list too.
All right. I got next up a Beyonce song. That way I don't piss off the Bayhive after what we did earlier. It's
Please.
Irreplaceable, which is my favorite Beyonce song ever.
Oh, that's a bad bitch song.
Exactly. I guess I am the bad bitch of BRP. So again, to the left. I mean, this is one of the songs I had spoken on this sometime last year, but again, I enjoy songs by women where like men are trash. Like I'm not saying again I'm a feminist or like that, but like I enjoy it. Like again, as much as like there are songs where like again like Cry Me a River where men will call out women and the pain they have caused us. I enjoy the flip side of that, which is a woman saying again like, you broke my heart, out you go. I could have another man anyway. Like you ain't that special. Again, like I am. Like, and Irreplaceable is that. And the whole idea was, I guess Jay-Z wasn't irreplaceable later on, but yeah. But yeah, Irreplaceable by Beyonce. What about you?
Hey, yeah, because I don't want to piss off the Beehive. Me, Myself, and I is my next song.
None of us picked Crazy in Love, huh?
Nah, I ain't. Me, Myself, and I, like, I've heard grown men listen to that. Because, sometimes it be you, yourself, and I. And I mean, De La Soul made a song called Me, Myself, and I. So
yeah, I know that one more than
and
the
he said,
I'm gonna go with a song that is like the 2000s gave us a lot of sappy, not really rock, more so pop music, and that's Train's Drops of Jupiter. You want to talk about a music where there's not much substance to it? The lyrics of Drops of Jupiter are like, what the fuck are you even saying here? It's very similar to 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies and like the randomness, but like the song, I think it blatantly rips off I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, but it's a fantastic song. This would probably be a karaoke song if I ever did karaoke. It was used recently in the How I Met Your Mother spinoff, How I Met Your Father, about a song that two people kind of raised in the 2000s bond over. What do you think of Drops of Jupiter and Train
I
as a
can't
whole?
remember that damn song.
That's a tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way? Like, it's a good song. I'm gonna make you watch the video that Drops of Jupiter. You are gonna make I am in hell.
I'll be alright.
But again, the 2000s gave us a lot of those like sappy songs that I'm saying, where it was like Collide by Howie Day, like you and I collide, or like James Blunt's You're Beautiful, It's True. Like it gave us a lot of like those songs. What's one from you?
A sappy song?
No, just a song. I'm saying.
I'm about to say. I'm like, I ain't know too many. Hey, let me.
You want to say Miss Jackson's a sappy song in a way?
No, hell no.
I mean, I love Miss Jackson though.
That's far from a sappy song. He said, "Me and your daughter got a special thing going on." He telling somebody he fucking her daughter.
It's also kind of what the. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Like it's
sarcasm.
Yeah. I never really interpreted it like that. I know what Big Boy is saying is again like you a bitch, basically. Like yeah.
Yeah, your mama ain't shit. Like remember your baby mama don't like me.
Yeah.
You're like, no, that's
my neighborhood coming to the hood and trying to fight me.
Like far from a sip song.
Get her loud. Like I just
cable turn the lights on. It's like, dog. It's basically saying like, I don't. Most married men can agree, like, I don't fuck with my mother-in-law. That's all it was. The mother-in-law said.
Are you worried about a mother-in-law, a future mother-in-law? Or
no, because I'll fuck her too. Edit point.
I just thought of someone. I'm like, yeah, I think I would. I've seen the mother. Yeah, like,
you say a name, I'll say a name. God damn it!
You wanna? Let's type it in the chat.
You say it. No.
Type it in the chat. Type it in the goddamn chat. Like,
it's a couple. It's a couple. I be want to fuck their mom more than them. I ain't gonna hold you.
Type it in the goddamn chat. Like...
Hold on.
Fuck, I'm on too. Fuck. Like...
I'm like, dog, it's a couple of them. You feel me?
B-Dot, you ever done that?
What?
I'm asking B-Dot if he's ever done that.
Bruh, B-Dot ain't but had one person is like, that's his beautiful wife. Otherwise than that, he ain't had no coochie before that. You feel me? He don't do shit for himself.
God. Did you have a song after that?
I'm trying to remember. Go DJ by Lil Wayne.
God. What's that? Well, I don't think I know that one.
Yo, give me an old person on here. What's your?
Yeah.
I'm about to really. Hey, that's what happened when you do 3 podcasts a day. You start saying "fuck it." I'll start doing Jeff Hardy.
I think you and Jeff Hardy would be a great podcast.
Who gonna stay sober the longest?
I was about to say until he shows up the second week in, like, fuck, I can't.
See, this is why he's been a virgin.
I can't do this, Banks. I'm done, man. I can't do this no more. I don't fucking Banks.
The fact that he actually sounds like that is hilarious.
He does.
South Carolina.
I'm from like North Carolina.
They from North? Or I thought they from South.
Nah, ask B-Dot, he would know. They're his neighbors.
No, he had women that look like Jeff Hardy.
Speaking of women that look like you want to be honest, if I would have put there are 2 women who could have been like that. It would have been a Pink's Just Like a Pill, which is a great song, but that was on my honorable mention. But I'm gonna go Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten again. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, just like no one else.
Why do you like that song so goddamn much, bro?
I love pop music. I'm telling you, again, seeing those fucking Dove Pantene commercials and burn that commercial into my head of these girls with their fucking Tresemme volume being like, I can feel the volume in my hair as like Natasha Bedingfield plays in the background. I'm like, yeah, I like this song. I'm not gonna use your fucking shampoo though. Like, That song is beautiful. It's a song I definitely sing out in the car when women are around. So I probably do scare the woman away, as Cal and Matt have alluded to.
Hold on. I hate to cut you off, brother. I want you to rewind me back. Rewind this episode back when it's done.
What did John Cena say?
What we said.
Let me rewind it for you.
Right.
No, I'm gonna say it again. Like no. I'm literally gonna do it.
ISO.
I never gave two fucks about Paramore. I never gave two fucks about Hocus Pocus. So all y'all celebrating this week, especially because it's October, you get your fucking emo music back. You get your fucking Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't here for it.
Hey, you ever heard what somebody... Oh, okay, that's too close. Lightning brother. You ever heard what somebody said about Sarah Jessica Parker?
She looks like a horse.
No, they said she didn't need the makeup for Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah, I believe. Yeah.
You
Matthew
wouldn't
brought it. Fuck no.
You know how much money she made on Sex and the City and you would hit.
I don't care.
You out your goddamn mind.
I have standards. I'll say that at least.
Yeah, I gotta do Lonzo Mourning. Yeah, you better than I'll say. I know.
Yeah, because you know what you're saying. You. Nope, I was gonna lie. Nope.
No, fuck it. We already got an all-time classic episode, so we might as well.
What's a song? What's a song for you? Come
on. Give me. Tristan already said it.
You never. First of all, hang on. You never typed in who we were thinking about. Type in the goddamn chat. I'm telling you, who was the mom you were thinking about?
How many? I'm trying to think who else I'm about.
Oh, you with your fucking Finding Dory from Finding Nemo brain.
It was a couple. Yeah, it was a couple celebrity women moms on. Yeah. You talking about somebody we know? Oh yeah, I don't. Never mind. No. I think we might be talking about the same person.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like
I'm up here doing the Kobe jazz.
Where are you trying to do like speaking like? No, you were saying your song was. You had said DJ by Little Wayne, so is that like? But then you had said another song after I gave my choice of Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten, which is better than Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Yeah, I don't want a pocket full of sunshine. You can't buy a coochie with that. Oh, my next song. Yeah. Give me. Tristan already said it.
Summer, wake me up.
Okay. Well, is that your favorite song from American Idiot?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one of my favorite songs ever in general.
Just given how I have a real strong hatred for September.
Yeah,
for a lot of reasons.
I'm with you.
That song is fitting, but I mean, the titular track "American Idiot" is great. The combination of Holiday into Boulevard of Broken Dreams is also phenomenal. And I like the first 4 minutes of Jesus of Suburbia, not the rest of this, not the remaining 4 minutes. But Wake Me Up When September Ends is good. I got Britney Spears, Lucky. Again, like the impact, like I'd say Disney Channel music in a way, or music I would hear when I would go Delta bowling. This would play when like they would bring down the projector screens and music videos would play as you would bowl with the lights off and the glowing pins. I remember this video, and it's again like it's a song about fame and how tough fame is and how you have to fake smile. She was singing her heart out and her emotions out again. And I had to have a song with Max Martin's amazing production that still rings out to this day with his collaborations with The Weeknd. Max Martin needs to go back to making music with Justin Timberlake because that's why. Who said that? Bring that comment back up. Who said
hold on,
oh, how dare you, Nelson? How dare you?
You got a little too much dip on your chip.
How dare you? How that is no. Next.
Hey, you from Sacramento now, Tristan, since you said that.
No.
I think he is
Soul Sister. I could talk about music that sold a shit ton of movies in the 2010s. Soul Sister did exactly that, and I loved every second of it. What about you? What's another song you got?
Fuck it. Let's go back to the Beehive. I Need a Soldier by Destiny's Child.
Oh. What girl group from the 2000s was it?
It was
Were there
Destiny
really
Child.
any?
That was it.
I was going to say, were there any?
Because they
others?
because Danity Kane was like 08, 09 is somewhere around that, but Danity Kane didn't really hit.
Was it really hard to top what Destiny's Child did? Did they just give up? Like after Destiny's Child, like you couldn't recapture.
You couldn't, because the thing is, Destiny's Child was like the Wu-Tang at first. They had like 6 people on there, especially Latoya Luckett, Pressure. They had her on there, then they kicked them out, and then because they tried to do 3LW. That's another group we forgot. But 3LW wasn't that good to me. You feel me? They just look good. I got a story about them. If you want me to tell it here. 3LW.
We're gonna wrap it up because I was trying to combine our songs into. We probably have more than 10 now, but I didn't want to see each do 10 like how we could for movies.
I love the fact that you tell Bay Area people you from Sacramento and they take that shit to heart.
Yeah, because it's the shithole of Northern California.
Stockton. That's besides.
That's the hellscape of California.
I love doing that to Bay Area people from Sacramento. They like me when it come to Compton.
Yeah, you from Compton.
Like I ain't from no fucking Compton from South.
Say that shit again. Say that shit again.
That's fucking hilarious. That's how bad Sacramento is, people. Trust me.
Ain't no one trying to root for the fucking Kings and the River Cats.
The River Cats. Like, dog, it's hot out here every day. Them damn cats gonna dry up just like coochie dries up in Sacramento. Tell your girl you want to take her to Sacramento. Guess what happened? Yeah, Travesty. Can you repeat the question?
You said you had a story about
3LW.
Yeah.
So me and the homie, right? We worked at university.
Okay, all right. Vince Staples. Okay.
Me and the homies. Hey, homie, we snuck in. You feel me?
You parked the car and
parked the car. Hey, like this is the only time my accent come out when I'm telling stories. Like
me and the homies,
we did this, Vato.
Yeah, the little 38,
Hey, David Ayer cast me in the movie. They just gonna call me nigga 100,000 times. Hey, fool.
It's the David Ayer's like it's the man. Like,
oh no, Shia LaBeouf gonna fully say it.
He did say it. He was in let's not forget that he almost dated Rihanna. At least they went on a date and realized like they were a bad match. And imagine if imagine if he was the father of Rihanna's child.
I fucking jumping out the window.
That would have shown like, damn, I have a chance because he's somewhat white.
Hey, how he was beating up females, he can't do that to her. She fight back.
That's my Barbadian queen.
Yeah, no, you can't beat up no West Indian woman. Let me tell y'all about West Indian women. They will kill you, literally. So 3LW, we snuck in Teen Choice Awards, right?
I gotta worry about getting whacked on the street. I gotta come home to this.
No. If you in bed, the gun is gonna be drawn to your head and you're gonna get shot as soon as you wake up. Wake up the blood clot. Pussy boy, and then you're like,
all right, you're not even gonna tell the 3LW story.
I am. I'm trying to tell you
tell the goddamn story.
So, listen, we snuck in. I'm gonna make it short. We snuck in Teen Choice Awards. I got to meet Snoop. I got to meet Chris Jericho and shit. Right. So we see 3LW on the red carpet. I'm from LA. We shoot shots at women in the open, low key, no matter where. We shoot. You feel me? So we saw them. We tried to get at them. Me and the homie. It's all three of them. They was going, but not they publicist. They publicist said, "Oh hell no." She said, "Nope." She didn't say, "Oh hell no," but she just like, "No, we going to the limo." Because you gotta understand how we dress, all right? Black or white tees, big ass fitted hats. I had braids at the time. Yes, I had hair.
No,
I got the picture.
You post a picture. I'll post a picture of me from the 2000s.
Yeah, I got the picture.
Even though I had before, but yeah, we need.
I don't think you can see the braids, but I'll show you the picture when I was 17. I looked 10. And big ass shirts.
Yeah, look, 30.
Reggie. Oh, wait. Shake Your Tail Feather could be my next song.
Okay.
And Diddy was doing the dance too. I'm like, This for the bitches, nigga. Why is you dancing like this?
I mean, I think a lot of his activity the last few years is
I like that. When he invites you to the house with man boy, don't say nothing. Eating chicken wings.
Invite me?
Yeah, I ain't going.
I don't think I'm his type. I think you are.
I don't have hair. I ain't never seen him with no ball, man. Probably Steve Stout. Go ahead. I'm sorry. We're going
You're the one
into
telling the story. No,
that's it. We just tried to get at them. They didn't go. So, but I saw the little light skinned one at somewhere a couple of years later with the overbite. You don't remember her? Sick of this Prometheus. She talking like Mike Tyson.
Let me see.
Bitch,
I don't
sound like, respectfully when I say bitch, she sound like she chew on concrete.
Oh, Adrian Bailon?
Yeah, I had Omarion
from the
Brady.
Cheetah Girls.
That's what people know them as. They was 3LW, but then they got rebranded when they put that crazy bitch Raven Simone in. You fine as hell, but you one crazy ass bitch. When they put her in, then they turned to the Cheetah Girl. They started selling merch, but they was 3LW at first. See how the colorism, they took out the dark skinned woman, my brother.
Okay.
Oh, then they became the Cheetah Girls. But what's the prominent color on the cheetah? I know it's brown, but brown is the essence of melon.
No, I was about to say, I think it'd be kind of more of that yellowish type brown.
That was
right?
Adrian. You ain't never called? Never mind.
What?
What you call your? I'll tell you.
No, say it. No, say it.
I'll call light skinned women.
No, say it. Say what? No, I want you to say exactly what you.
Do you call them yellow bones or red bones?
I want you to say exactly.
Okay, I'll snitch on myself before I say anything about you.
Say what you were exactly gonna say. I want you to say the same exact. What'd you say? What were you saying?
This is the deer hunter part. Go ahead, Chucky, do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. We ain't leaving until say what you were gonna say. What you were gonna say.
Yeah, so I call the light skinned women in my life allegedly all zero of them. Zero of them.
I'm like, what do you?
Oh shit, not that. All zero.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
all of them that don't exist. I call them red bone or yellow. What do you call? What say you to your light skinned women?
Nothing. Like
you call them Nubian queens?
No. Okay, you know what? Now you're just pissing me. Now you're starting to piss me off, Peter.
Yo, if I ever see you call a woman Nubian queen, hey, by the way, Narwhal Nelson coming soon. Puerto Rican Nelson show coming soon. I'm gonna say it on our platform.
No, I mean
I'm tired of this shit.
No matter what,
you gonna do your
my
own
girl,
show, boy.
No matter what my girl is, I call her my girl. Like that's it. Like use my girl.
Use my girl.
Use my boo.
Oh, you about to say something else? Use my bitch.
No, never.
Why not?
No. And I'll be missing you, girl. But no, this was again. We wrapped up
classic, bro.
We wrapped up 2 years with 2 parts, as we'd said last week. 2000s movies. This week, 2000s music. Next week, we'll be back on our regular shit, talking about the movies and news of today and the past as well. Again, I can't even. And there's some honorable mention songs. You don't believe in doing a playlist and putting it out, but again, we'll be on the Patreon. More or less, that's what we'll be doing on the Patreon, is put a playlist of songs together. I shoot pancake batter onto these women, so I mean, the last time I was like, I'm sorry, like it was a lot. It was silver dollar pancakes, basically. Yeah, it was. I think she was even amazed. Like,
hey, at BVP Pod on Twitter.
I'm not going to keep going until you shut the show down. I mean, like, yeah. It's who is, ladies, if you want some pancake batter, hit me up.
The fact that you discussed that, I'm gonna say, all right, bro, we out.
Some Bisquick.